Okay, alright. It is 2:30 in the afternoon, and I am cracking open the beers. I mean, look, it's 5 o'clock in the world somewhere. Hello there guys, gals, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lapalarden, and today's video is going to be a bit different. I know I'm usually the guy who goes ham on the editing, but today I'm reining it in a little bit, and I didn't want to have to make this video either. Tomorrow will be the 1-year anniversary of my channel, and instead of celebrating it, I'm just stewing away in my disappointment, and I felt like I really needed to get this off my chest. This video is going to be unscripted. It's going to be from the heart and probably more disjointed than my videos usually are, so I apologize in advance. To quote Dr. King Schultz,
"Passions are high
right now within the Halo community, especially after the announcement of the roadmap, which I think a majority of people would say is a big disappointment. Not only has Season 3 been delayed till March of next year, but we're getting an interim season that is basically just Season 2 Electric Boogaloo in November, called the Winter Update, which will at least have a free battle pass full of content that's been in the game since launch, but was locked off for some reason, and the Forge beta, which is basically just the full version of Forge if we're going off 343's prior track record. So all up, Season 2 is going to last 10 months. Great! It's just great. Just when we thought Halo couldn't possibly be in a worse state, but no, it does indeed get worse. By the time we get to March 7th, when Season 3 starts, it'll be well over a year since this game launched. And I don't know who to blame for it. Should we be pointing the finger at Microsoft for just not letting 343 delay the game some more and give them some more time? I don't know. Or maybe we should be blaming 343 because they had 6 damn years. There was nothing surprising that was announced in the update, nothing that we didn't already know was coming to the game, although a lot of that was courtesy of leakers, I guess. But to cap it all off, split-screen co-op has been entirely scrapped. Something that Bonnie Ross and others promised way back in like 2016 was not going to happen again after they missed it in Halo 5. There was absolutely no mention about desync and Infinite's network problems, which are responsible for so many people leaving the game. All the content in the world won't make up for the fact that this game, from a networking standpoint, feels like it's held together with duct tape, a couple of servers hidden away in a Cold War era missile silo, and broken dreams. Some of these other priorities are great, right? I mean, a proper progression system, more meaningful customization items, which is something I've been asking for ages now. A better UI? But when, you might ask? The end of 2023 at least. Another whole ass year. The roadmap content isn't bad by any means, but it's just the fact that it's so far away and some of it seems completely nonsensical. How can you beta test per match XP? That's a feature that should just be in the game whenever it's ready and tweak the XP earn rates and whatnot over time. I don't know how many people are aware of this either, but outside the Halo bubble, as I like to call it, the people who aren't as engaged in the Halo community and play Halo a little more casually, this game is being laughed at. It's going down as the biggest missed opportunity that the industry has seen in recent years. And with each bit of news that comes out about it, the people who left the game behind are just getting further and further away, watching it burn down in flames in the rearview mirror, probably thinking to themselves, damn, I'm glad I got out of there. I've noticed now that there are more people than ever wanting 343 Industries to be taken away from making Halo games, to have the IP given to a new developer like Certain Affinity, Max Hoberman's company. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't feel this way till recently, but part of me almost agrees. There have been game studios shut down for having screwed up far less than 343 have. If it wasn't for the worst kept secret in gaming, the Halo Battle Royale or whatever the hell that Certain Affinity are working on, my suggestion would be to get them on board as co-developers for Halo Infinite right now. Maybe get one studio to work on one season of content while the other has more time to work on the next one, kind of like the 3-year game rotation cycle that Call of Duty runs on. But it's also making me wonder, what happened to all those other studios that were working on the game? Spirasoft, Skybox Labs, Atom Hawk, the Coalition, did they all just bail once the game released? Because if they did, now might be a good time to get them back into the loop, as it's looking like 343 can't deliver a live service rollout within an acceptable time frame. The amount of people who keep saying that 343 don't understand Halo or what makes it so special feels like a dauntingly close reality, especially when we hear quotes like this.
We're a very competitive game. That's our DNA. That's who we are, right? You go back all the way to the very first Halo, right? Multiplayer. I mean, it is a highly competitive game. So we want an experience where players can expect that the game is competitive and fair, and skill and teamwork should be a path to victory. Right, the path to victory. That doesn't mean abandoning social players. That's not what that means. But it is about fairness and competition.
Halo does not need to be so f***ing competitive. Competitive isn't something that you should be prioritizing your whole game around, especially not to the point where the skill-based matchmaking is so damn thick. I'm talking Halo 4 Cortana levels of thick that it makes finding games borderline impossible after a few good matches if you happen to be living somewhere that isn't in the United States of America, and enforcing a stupid 50-50 win rate that makes every match feel artificial, like it's predetermined if you're going to win or lose. It completely takes away from the feeling of not knowing what the next match is going to bring, which was fun in itself. Whereas now, I know that after 3 matches, I'm probably going to hop off because I'll be pub stomped or be lagging, or someone else will be lagging because the game's matchmaking prioritizes skill over connection and ping. There's no chance of staying in a lobby with the people you just played with or partying up with them because SBMM says,
"Nah, actually, you're too good for these guys. We're giving you a promotion to the next skill bracket. Enjoy 160 ping, you stupid bastard."
The competitive side of Halo was always more niche, in my opinion, than Sean Barron here makes it out to sound. Sure, it's been around for years with things like MLG back in the Halo 2 days, but it was never the DNA of Halo. The DNA of Halo was how casual it was and the social interactions that it elicited as a knock-on effect. Halo started as friends playing against each other on the couch with split screen, which is as casual an experience as you can get. You could literally see the other person's screen, which, oh yeah, that's not in this game. I really am getting tired of being frustrated with Halo. There's only so many times you can get pissed off or annoyed with something before you just kind of give up on it. I'm tired of waving the finger of blame at 343 all the time because I know there are people working at 343 who follow me on places like Twitter and watch my videos, and I don't want to be doing this. It makes me look like an asshole. And they keep giving Joe Staten to bring up the bad news. Like, come on, man. I love Joe. We all love Joe, but they keep giving him these awful talking points. I know there are really talented, passionate folks at 343, and if nothing else, I appreciate their transparency with this update and telling us that the game isn't in a good state and they're unhappy with the state the game is in. But my hopium levels are running out. I know that there will be a fair share of people in the comments who say things like, if you don't like it, then don't play it. Give up on Halo, play something else. But Halo is like the best friend that you've had since primary school. You were inseparable, and while there were plenty of other friends along the way, Halo was different from all the rest. Then you started high school, his mum and dad got a divorce, and around 2012, he started hanging out with the wrong crew. He started acting differently, he wasn't himself anymore, and by 2015 he was doing drugs, and since then, he's been telling us he'll do better, that he'll clean himself up and go back to being the friend we all knew, making all these promises. There was a bit of hope in 2018, and he said 2020 was gonna be his year, which didn't quite go as planned. And then, by the end of 2021, we thought that the best friend that we used to know might be back. But that only lasted so long. We talked to his mum Bonnie, to his dad Joe, and his uncle Frankie, and now they're finally putting him into rehab. And unfortunately, like any rehabilitation process, it's just gonna take time, which sucks. I just want my friend back. I just want Halo back.